nearly 1 in 5 young adults believe tracking their partner's location is something to be expected in a relationship. That's all according to a survey done by the eSafety Commissioner, who's raising red flags about privacy and tech-based coercive control. And we're happy to say Commissioner Julie Inman-Grant joins us now from Sydney. Julie, good morning.
Good morning.
Can we just start off, how is this tracking becoming normalised? Because I think for people of a certain generation, this does seem quite bizarre.
Right. Well, many of us had free-range childhoods where we weren't tethered to devices. And I think as a parent myself, we give our kids their first smartphone. We may put on apps like Life 360 to make sure that we're managing their safety. I think the message here to start with is, how do we as parents set the right influences around things like privacy and consent and setting the right digital boundaries? Of course, there's love and trust in family relationships, but what we're really concerned about, and we're seeing manifesting in a range of different ways, is that young people who are entering into new or romantic relationships, this kind of surveillance and monitoring is being normalized in a way where that line between digital care and digital control is becoming blurred.
So for parents who are putting these apps on their kids' phones at the moment, what sort of conversations do you think they should be having with them to make it clear that this is a safety precaution for now, not something they should be adopting later in life?
Right. Well, again, this is really about open conversations. We've put out an online safety advisory today, and we've got tons of information on our website about how to have those conversations. Again, we don't want to be deploying these technologies surreptitiously so they don't know. We want to tell them why we're doing that, why we want to keep them safe, when we might turn them off and give them a little bit more latitude. So it's really, again, as basic as that. We're also putting out a lot of information for parents and carers, including free webinars in the October or the August timeframe around how to spot youth coercive control, because this is becoming much more normalized. Not only do 1 in 5 young adults think it's okay to track the location of people whenever, they also expect that when they text or call someone, their partner will be immediately available. And so there's this tethering of the person to the relationship, and there's a clear pattern that starts with love bombing, isolation, manipulation. It's those really quite heinous and forms of coercive control that we're quite worried about. And we know that this often is fueled by a sense of desperation to control the other person, can be very predatory, and if that access is cut off in an overt way, that could actually escalate the violence. So this is why we have so much information out there. We have a technology-facilitated abuse national service as well to help people through with safety plans.
I'm just conscious, Julie, that there will be some people watching this and this is going to set off some red flags, maybe about one of their loved ones. What should people do to broach this issue in particular of tracking if they're watching this and they think, oh, maybe that's happening in my own extended circle?
Right, again, we have a whole series on Love is Control. It's about coercive control. It helps people identify the signs, how to prevent being tethered to a relationship through technology, but also what to do, how to do it in a safe way, and where to get additional help. This can be very traumatizing for young people, and it can be very difficult to unfurl the tethers that a really determined predator will put on board. I mean, we're talking about things like using fitness apps to track where your partner is running, who they're exercising with, are they running far enough? There's a new AI-powered app called Cheat Eye, where you can upload your partner's face, and using facial recognition, they can see if there's an open dating profile. So some of these technologies are created for a certain purpose with safety in mind. The problem is that the technology purveyors aren't engineering in safety by design and thinking about potential misuse. So it's very easy to exploit some of these technologies to use for nefarious purposes.
Yeah, goodness. Well, it's a very important topic. We appreciate you coming on the show this morning. Commissioner Julie Inman-Grant, thank you.
Thank you.